Now let's take a look at our late news headlines. The president kicked off day 2 of his trip to the Middle East with a meeting with Syria's new leader, an insurgent who rose to power after overthrowing the dictator Bashar al-Assad. The meeting came a day after President Trump lifted all sanctions against Syria, a move hailed by Arab leaders. Following today's meeting, the president indicated he'll consider normalizing relations with Syria and expressed confidence in its leader. Then he traveled to Qatar, where the president praised the government for working closely with the U.S. to negotiate a deal with Iran that would prompt Iran to wind down its nuclear program. This comes just a day after the president called Iran the most destructive force in the Middle East and vowed that it will not get nuclear weapons.
There's a friendly and a non-friendly, and the non-friendly is a violent course, and I don't want that. I'll say it up front, I don't want that, but they have to get moving. I hope the Iranian leaders understand.
The president is scheduled to continue his tour of the Middle East tomorrow with a trip to United Arab Emirates. The Menendez brothers are one step closer to freedom, but their case isn't over just yet. Eric and Lyle Menendez were initially serving life without parole for the 1989 murders of their parents. The brothers were just resentenced to 50 years to life. That makes them candidates for parole. The brothers are now scheduled to appear before a parole board in a month, but the parole process could take months or even years. Another option, California's governor could set them free immediately at any time.
So I believe that the Menendez brothers have started down the path of fully accepting responsibility for all their actions, but they stopped short in their statements. For instance, they never said that the self-defense defense that they said during trial, they've said for the last 30 years, that it's absolutely false.
Hochman says he does plan on attending the brothers' parole hearing, which is slated for June 13th. FAA representatives are in New York today to kick off a 2-day meeting to discuss cutting flights. This follows a series of issues causing chaos at one of the nation's busiest travel hubs. Lawmakers on both sides want answers following a string of delays, cancellations, and tech issues at New York Liberty International Airport, including a complete radar outage for 90 seconds. The agency says it's working on a short-term fix that includes technical repairs and cutting flights to reduce congestion while dealing with a shortage of controllers.
So when the system was down, what was the degree of danger the flying public faced?
The real danger of the flying public would be is if our techniques weren't good, if our controllers didn't put aircraft on positive vectors, if we couldn't quick look or talk to an aircraft via another way. But if all those start failing all at one time, then all of a sudden the danger that the flying public is then all of a sudden you're going to have to rely on the pilots to do what they do.
The FAA came under scrutiny earlier this year after a deadly midair collision between a passenger jet and a military helicopter in Washington.